Hey everybody, clearing. Okay, so here goes a divine feminine check-in. We're going to look at what we can see about where the divine feminines are at in the physical, in their 3D, in their mundane world, literal, grounded, practical. So let's have a look. Thank you, Divine Creator. What can we see for where the divine feminines are at regarding the connections and their masculine in very practical 3D terms? What do the feminines wish they knew about where they're at? What are they wondering and curious about with their own process here? And what do they wish they knew about where their masculines are at on this journey with what we're going to see here? Okie dokie. Conscious mind for these connections. Queen of Wands and Ten of Flames. All right, so these feminines really know that they are in their wholeness. This is the spiritually realized in temple embodiment of their sacred sensual energy. And they know that this is a passionate first, a new thing for them. Because they are sensually self-contained here, the elixir of life, I heard. They want to use this newfound wholeness for the greater good with life purpose. Many of these feminines are now coming through into true empowerment with their sacred sensual energy, and they want to make a difference. They want to give back. They want to teach other feminines how to follow in their footsteps. I'm hearing those footsteps echoing through this tower here. So the feminines know it's been an uphill battle to get there, but they have arrived. They feel it emerging. They see the light at the end of the tunnel. They know that they've become an inspiration to themselves and they want to give back, I just heard. What do they wish they knew more about in this way? The Hierophant. In the inverse, they want more of this divine guidance in how to spread the good news about this way of navigating. What do they wish they knew about their masculine at this time? Right on, Adam. Autonomy, self-fulfillment, non-reaction. Yeah, so they kind of wonder if their masculine is following suit on the same kind of level sensually as they are. They want to know how it's affecting the masculine's energy as they come into this. I'm hearing celibacy, abstinence, self-containment, accountability. They want to know where you, divine masculines, how that affects you. What are these feminines understanding about their masculine? Okay, we're getting Page of Cups, which is a surrendering. I'm hearing first off with that it is that the feminines they're resisting the idea that they have to know what this connection is for in order for it to be made sense of. They're really grateful that they have, regardless, come into their own sensual empowerment on this level. Regardless of whether they believe, masculines, that you directly contributed to that or not, I believe if it's divinely guided, there is some consciousness from you masculines, but your feminines may or may not understand that, depending on the situation and circumstances. But they do feel that it's quite brave right now and that there are lots of eyes on them and possibly on this connection, on you. They wonder if you are the righteous counterpart that can walk through the fire, if you are as surrendered to the journey as they are regarding this spiritual development and what that does to monogamy and the sensual connection. What do the feminines wish they knew about their own process? How the anxiety is going to continue to be calmed about attachment to outcome and expectations. They just really are here for the journey and how this healing and maturing is anchoring and taking root. What do they wish they knew about you? Enthusiasm, learning, generosity, and fortune. They're wondering if you're channeling this sensual evolution into your fortune, into your abundance. If you are directing this sensual energy, this passionate energy, this spiritual awareness into your purpose. If it is an effect on you, if it influences you, if this is some of the fire, the fuel that is propelling you, if you understand that this connection is making a better masculine out of you, if you see it that way. What can we see for how these feminines are feeling on the heart space? Strength and the Three of Orbs. So this is overcoming the devil energies about third parties, about whether or not you are dating around or hooking up or anything like that. Masculines, your feminines are staying in their own lane. They don't want to engage with you if you're not showing up saying, you're the one I want, let's do this. They would rather be, out of sight, out of mind. If it's not time to understand those things, they're not going to be all up in a knot about it. What do they want to know further in their own right? They want to know if it's going to come back around or not with you, if you are valuing the sacred opportunity you really have with them here or not. What do they wish they knew directly about you? Creation, multiplication, and growth. Chamber of regeneration. They want to know if you want to give this the first fair shot and see what could actually grow between the two of you. They want to know if there's room in your awareness for that potential here. What are the feminines in the material realm believing about these connections on the heart space? Ooh, the Hierophant for the second time, and the moon, Luna. All this emotion. They are quite aware that nobody affects them emotionally like you potentially do. Now, I say that because they have had karmic situations in the past that they have felt more crazy with than they do with you right now. Because they have such a more established connection to source, that is more powerful than the human emotionality. So while you stand to be their biggest temptation, trigger, challenge ever, they actually have never felt more up for the task, if that makes sense. This is perfect match kind of stuff, that you are so magnetic, charismatic, gorgeous. They think the world of you, and that would have ruined them if they had not been more grounded in their spiritual mastery and connection to source. And so they are really aware of this on their conscious mind about you in their heart at this time. I would say for me that rings incredibly true. What can we see for what they want to know more about that? Seven of Wands, there's that bravery card again, and this leadership. They want to keep channeling that into backing what they can share with others in the world, teaching other feminines how good it is to be in this level of composure, balance, awareness, gratitude for this level of connection. They want others to know how sacred and how profound this level of seeing dynamics playing out and the authentic exchange that's really happening when you get to a level like this and have a counterpart like you, masculines. Obviously, these feminines want it to progress and grow beyond where it's at, but they do want to channel this and help others get so enthusiastic about what is possible in relationship and love when it's done right, when it's unconditional, when it's real? What do they wish they knew about where you're at? Chamber of communication, correspondence, declaration, and telepathy. They want to know if you are hearing them telepathically, if you're on the same page, if there is an exchange, if what they are feeling unfolding here is a shared experience, if you're thinking on these levels, if they are actually if there's a confirmation that you have been sort of sight unseen navigating these themes as well, if they're accurate in feeling that this is a shared effort between the two of you. What is the manifestation these feminines are wishing to anchor? Well, they are becoming very, very self-made, self-sufficient, abundant. They do also know that they really don't have anything if they don't have this true love story, this offer, this engagement, this connection with you when it's time. They know that everything that they are going through, growth needs to happen, and that it's a necessity, that it is part of life, that it will grow. So it's not so much that they're needy for it, it's just that they know it's inevitable that we go from the 10 to the 11sies here, and it's going to actually become much more fulfilling. So they're wanting to manifest above and beyond in love. Aw, what do they want to know about that next? And what they can do, the inner work, to get that going, to get that further, to anchor it. What do they want to know regarding you at this point? Peace, healing, gentleness, non-judgment. They want to know if you're healed enough that it's time to collaborate on this level, where you stand with that, if you're at peace, if you're still searching to fill the void with other people, places, and things that they don't maybe know about. They're wondering what's going on for you, actually with not so much judgment at all, but just curiosity. What can we see for the actions these feminines are wishing to take? Wow, they have so much emotion. Now, this is the feminine amount of emotion that's unexpressed for you, that they have come into channeling into themselves. Many times on this journey, we pull our energy back from the masculines and love ourselves the way that we would love our masculines to love us, so that there's no void. However, in learning how to love ourselves in those moments, we're learning how to teach you masculines how to love us. And if this message resonates, masculines, you will want to check out the masculine reading I just uploaded. So yes, the action that the feminines are taking at this time is getting to know what does it for them, so they can experience you that way, masculines. So what do the feminines want to know more here? Like secretly, they're getting used to learning what turns them on and what really feels good, not just physically, mentally, emotionally, but spiritually, all holistically here. What do they wish about you, masculines? Communion, contemplation, and higher mind, temple of meditation. So that is very similar to the telepathic one, the correspondence, that communion. So again, they want to know if you are also feeling empowered with this slow burn development of the connection, and if you are reveling in this journey, the process, and if it's starting to become as sensually fulfilling as it is for them. What is the biggest challenge for these feminines? Queen of Pentacles and the public awareness here. So Queen of Pentacles is my wifey card. It's in the inverse. So that can mean that some of these feminines are still connected to karmic partners, previous husband energies, life partners, take gender how it resonates. The challenge is that they want full-on living, public victory, public awareness. They don't want to have to hide the connections or their lives behind closed doors. They want to be able to have this full connection in every regard. But right now it feels as though from your side or their side, it can't be fully publicly known at this point. What can we see for what they would like to know next? The world, they want to know when these cycles will complete so that they are free and clear to pursue. It feels like they're on the edge of their seat, awaiting this completion. Whether that is both of the energy, yours or just theirs, that's the challenge. What would they like to know for you? Consciousness, beginning, and faith, hydrogen atom. That's the number 1 card in this deck. So they want to know if you're ready. Get ready, masculines. Your feminines sense that it's only a matter of time before a new beginning literally can kick off here. We've been waiting so long, it's worth the wait, I just heard. Oh, what is the solution to this challenge, this anticipation? It's like deep breaths and surrendering to the divine. The yin yang behind that is talking about balance, but more self-love. Like feminines, the solution here is to tell yourself you will always have all the time you need to do it right in divine time. If this is your person, you're not going to miss out on love. It's only going to grow. I'm hearing things about finer with age, like wine. The more you are authentically coming through this process, the more preparation is being anchored for the real deal in divine time. What do the feminines want to know about this solution? The hermit mode. So continue to make space, sacred space for loving yourself, feminines, and anchoring in these destined awarenesses, because as we saw, that is your gift to humanity. It is to your own empowerment. It is showing you how to receive the pleasure that's going to be given to you from your masculine in sacred union. What do the feminines want to know about their masculines? Adventure, exploration, and discovery. They want to know if you're starting to have a lot of fun with this journey, and if you are feeling like this is the greatest adventure that has ever existed. This is so beautiful. What can we see for the direction in the near future? Ooh, the King of Cups and this up-leveling. So all of this emotional containment and transmutation that both counterparts are going through is fueling this ascension. It's the rocket boosters, the high-octane love that's actually creating liftoff and ascension. This love is the most powerful magnet in the universe, and it is causing us to revamp our lives, everyone in these collectives, for the greater good of humanity, for ourselves, for our children, for everything. We're fully thriving and living. And it's because of this emotional equilibrium, compassionate non-attachment that we're anchoring in, that we are doing it. What do the feminines want to continue to know about this? The lovers, how to keep grounding more, how to dilate the aperture of our hearts to bring even more through. What is it that they want to know for the masculines? Joy, playfulness, and pleasure. They want to know are we having fun yet? Are you having fun yet, masculines? There comes a time when there's so much joy and celebration and gratitude and excitement that it cannot help but erupt into real life. They want to know if you're there yet. Are you almost there yet, masculines? Wow, the energy is really amped up and gorgeous for this new year. Let's see okay, I'm reaching for this ancestor. Let's see what message the ancestors have for the feminines here. Wow, Knight of Cups, they love you, feminines. The ancestors love you. All the love you're giving to yourself, receive it as the love that all of your ancestors have to give. All the love making that they have made over the eons so that you were in physical form. Do you know how many ancestors had to make love to each other for you to come into existence? Oh my goodness. They're like absolutely celebrating this. And none of them lived and loved in the freedom that you currently have the access to here, feminines. Like your ancestors are saying, live and love to the fullest for all of our benefit. We've worked so hard to get, our whole family line to the place where you can be in this ecstatic liberation in life. bring that out to the forefront, they're saying. And there's fish on this card. Like, look at all these fish. It's so sexual, like that whole archetype. Yeah, they're just giving this blessing for sacred connection. And one from the ancestors for the masculines. 3 of Cups. So this friendship. Oh, I'm hearing a really tender message that the ancestors, even, you know, the ones that may have let you down or had disintegration in your relationships, they're saying that, what is the wording they're giving me? That they never meant to do it wrong. That they love you, you know, and yes, some of the ancestors, there may be some direct trauma, masculines, but there are some ancestors wanting to come through here where there were casualties, misinterpretations, lack of closure, given the wrong impression. Now, I'm not talking about abuse, but there are some ancestors here saying, don't think I didn't love you. That's a very clear message. So for some, you'll know if that resonates, masculines, because you will understand it wasn't that they didn't love you. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that. Okay, many blessings, everyone. Bye for now.